eyes, my paradise. Waiting you to find out my baby mind. To give you double times 3 now. Cause you that I want to be my wife. Arẹwà olójú èdè ti dé dúró náà, ó tún ti gbèrè. Nǹkan tí mo mọ̀ jẹ́, ó tún ti dé. It's you that I want for the night, for the day.
Hi everybody, my name is Olamide and welcome to today's episode. This is Beyond the Noise podcast, and we have a very special guest today with a special episode. But before I continue, I would like to wish you a Merry Christmas in advance. Please dress warmly. It's about to be really cold. We love you so much for Beyond the Noise, and we want you to be warm and healthy this period. In the studio, I have my co-host with me in person.
Hi everyone, how are you doing? How are you doing your day wherever you're watching from? I remember my humble self, Idowu Ayomide Olayinka. Like my co-host have just said earlier, Oyembo Ewasho Tutu Kewasho to Bugaya. But let's go out for Oble. Okay.
And in the studio today we have an amazing artist. He is a multi-talented artist. When it comes to dance, I feel from bad bitch. He is the baddest in the streets. And when it comes to singing, especially love songs, I have never been more pained of being a single person until I heard one of the songs, and I'm like, hello, now, me say they will love you one day. So in the studio, please join me to welcome Cylens. Hi, Cylens. Nice to meet you.
Always
welcome
nice to meet
to the studio.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for honoring our invitation. We do not take it lightly. We do not take it for granted. We are super grateful and honored our invitation. You know, before we start it is not even an interview, it is more of a friendly conversation. So before we start that, I would like you, at this moment, at this particular time, how do you feel?
Well, I feel relaxed. I feel appreciated and welcome. Yeah. So it's something I could say is kind of like joyous and also a work in progress. Yeah. So I really appreciate this moment.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Cylens. We want you to give a proper introduction of who Cylens is to our viewers so that they can know who Cylens really is.
All right. My name is Ashune Abiola Olusoji. Yeah. And the stage name is Cylens. Basically, I'm a music artist. I'm a versatile music artist. I can basically do any kind of song. Not like you can find me. I wouldn't say I do this kind of genre of music.
You don't box yourself.
Yeah. You can find me doing this kind of music. You can find me doing Afro. You can find me doing trap. You can find me doing so far is music. So far I get to connect. So basically, Cylens is a versatile human being.
Versatile man. Now, as our audience, you've just heard from Cylens, and there's a particular stuff I'm about to unbox, but when we get there, we'll know how to cross the river. Before I proceed, Cylens, music of the thing, you said you're a dancer. When did you begin to believe yourself like, this music is a thing I want to do? When did you see that signal? Who pushed you?
Okay, that has been something that, like, let's move back to the point of being versatile. There's basically nothing I would say that humanly that I've set my eyes upon, like kind of that I'm not able to at least have an edge over it, like be able to do it. So basically, music has been something that back then, secondary school times, I do sing during the times in class. But then, what I had vision and ambition to do then was thinking to maybe be a footballer. Because I really loved football so much, and I'm also good at it. But as time goes on, as God will have it, circumstances, life challenges, moving here and there, not being able to settle down at
In a particular place.
being trying to focus on something to do. So it has been from year to year. But basically, officially, I ventured back into music like 4 years ago. So approximately now, yeah. My first like officially that I went to the studio was like 4 years ago. That's like 2021. I think around this time.
Around this time,
Yes, around this time.
2021.
So it marks like 4 years. Around this time, 2021.
So how has it been, the journey? Like you said, you ventured into it newly. So I'm sure there are new things, that some things you have to relearn. There are some things you have to just discard and fresh updates. So how has it been navigating from I used to be in music, like I used to sing back in those days and now I sing now. How have you been able to blend into that?
Okay, that you see, we are in a country, Nigeria, where music, only few people get to want to understand your lyrics or song, and a lot of people just want to have something that makes them feel funky, and they go around it. So that's kind of like a challenge for music artists, being able to like stay on the solid ground of your type of music, not wanting to want maybe because an artist is sounding like this and you're feeling the artist, you also want to sound like that artist. Is a very tough challenge. So I always try to tell myself that that's that person, whoever this artist is and is giving them vibe. All you just have to do is just listen to myself, listen to the kind of music I'm doing. So basically, me myself, I always have to deal with believing whatever it is I go to the studio to do. So basically, for me, the challenges I'm actually I would say I'm facing while I decide to do music is how people get to relate with the music. I've gone to shows before that someone invite me for a show that you're not paying me for. But I feel it's just an avenue to
a platform to showcase yourself.
And I eventually get there, and the audience and the way I'm treated is like. But all of these are just like positive challenges to me. It makes me want to fight for more. It makes me want to always hit the studio and try to deliver more. So, but there's always this thing I also do for myself is anytime I go to the studio to do something, I have people that I actually ask about the feedback of this music, of these sounds that I've created before I say, okay, I want to upload them. So it's challenging, and at the same time, they're positive challenge because nothing good comes easy. Yeah, so I'm not somebody that was actually born with a silver spoon that I can actually use money to deal with this, money to deal with that. If I had enough like money, maybe before now you guys would have even heard much more about me, because the industry is very, very broad, it's wide. Some people deal with it with money, some people deal with grace, some people deal with connection. So all those also things are also challenges, financial challenges, people wanting an age to, I would say too. Those are some other challenges, because now some people don't want to waste their money, because some people feel that they have to see what they want to invest their money on. So some people, there might be a mood that you are in right now that I come to present myself to you, and you don't just feel it.
Sure.
Yeah, and there are some times that your mood is acceptance. Before I even say A or B, you're feeling me already. So all of those things. But amidst it all, we are always fighting it out. Yes, we're always fighting.
Nice. Now coming back to the industry, you just made mention of recently. You said the industry is broad. The industry, how has it been before you came? Is there a kaba in the industry, or you can just venture into the industry and people accept you, or you have to water the ground and mingle with some people? How has it been bagging into the music industry?
Well, from my experience, I think I would say there was some time that I went somewhere around Lagos, because it was this lounge. The name is K-Right Lounge, and the person happened to be someone that I know on the street, and I was happy he had a lounge. Okay, I could actually connect him to have a gig or a performing space there. So now, this is as per relationship between the two of us. Now, is I went there myself, more or less like lobbying, and the audience that I got when I got there on the day itself was not really appealing. So, see, the industry is, people tend to give you accolade when you are there already.
When you are at the top.
When you are at the top already, that's when people tend to give you the accolade. I've gone to shows. I've been gone to shows that people would pay me, like over 100,000, over 200,000. I've had the grace of all of those, and there are some that they just kind of like treat me like, who are you?
Like trash, just one-sided.
Just one-sided. So that's part of the horrors of the industry. If you don't get the right accolade, not until you are there personally yourself.
People want to identify themselves.
Yes, people want to identify. Or when you start the music, you are financially boxed up. So people may not really necessarily hear your kind of sound. But for the fact that this guy, you have the money and you're always turning up to events, you're always balling there, that's the accolade you get, or not for the music. But for someone that is not financially boxed up and you want to be heard, it takes a lot of consistency. So that's how I've been able to energize myself. So some faults that I see when I go for a show, when I get back, I tell myself that no, I have to make sure that in some years to come, this person will actually remember that I actually called this guy. But now, I want to call him now. He's asking me to bring so millions of naira, so amount. So whatever auras I find when I go out is actually something for me to go back home and reflect and say, you know what, guy, you have to do extra in what you're doing. Not to just convince yourself alone. You have moved past the stage of convincing yourself that you can do this. So long
you are into it already.
And now you have to now go the extra notch to make people get to be able to relate to you. So, but to the glory of God, like I said, consistency is everything, is the key of everything. Yeah, so I just keep going and going and going at it.
So are you trying to say, if you don't have money, don't try to be a music artist?
I'm not trying to say that. It's also part of the fact of into the industry that contributes to the growth of it. Now, I'll use an instance now. There are kind of like some influencers that, let's say, like, aside from music, I'm also working on a clothing brand. This is my clothing brand.
Cylens.
Yes, Cylens, my clothing brand. So now, I'm telling somebody that, you know what, okay, I have, if you wanted, as an influencer, if you wanted to like promo me, what would you do? The next person says, it will bring money.
Nothing is for free.
Nothing is for free. Basically, nothing is free.
Sure. So aside from music, nothing is free.
Nothing is free, basically. So now the music needs promotion. If I go to this person and say, you know what, okay, you are this, you are that, I feel with your own channel, I can have the right audience I need. What the person tell me is how much you will press. And even okay, how much do I want to press? I start hearing outrageous amounts. Like, okay, and I'm like, okay. So all of those things, that's why I said music itself has to do with money. It's a business. That's why it's called showbiz. It's a business that somebody venture into. So you can't. There are some artists that you just find it lucky, and someone has money just come and sign you off, and you are getting the right publicity you want, you are getting the right audience you want. And some people, you just drop a sound, and because somebody plays that sound that is a fresher, your sound reach everywhere. And for some people, you just have to do the extra work, not just putting your physical strength in it, not the monetary aspect now. So it's broad, and it's a whole world entirely, aside from the normal world we are in. So
even Yoruba people this way,
yeah, sure.
we use money to carry money.
Yeah.
Coming back to the industry that you just said, we have a lot of fast rising artists. Do you think the industry is giving enough room, enough space for youngins, for up and coming artists to flourish, or the OGs that are at the top are not giving room, or when they see that you are not a competition to them, that's when they will give you room. When they see that you're a competition to them or a threat to them, they will silence you. What can you say?
Well, no one is trying to silence anybody in the music industry. Nobody. No artist wants to say, you know, I don't want to be with this person because I think he's a rising star. No artist wants to do all of that. But don't forget the fact that it's all for the money. Yes, it's all for the money. It's all for the money. So basically about music is it's an open avenue. So long it's an open avenue. The first step when you go to the studio as a music artist to go and do your recording, nobody can hold you to say whatever you can do, whatever it is you want to do. Where the problem lies is this I'm going to create in the studio. Would I be able to get the right audience? What is the purpose of this? You know, and one crazy thing about music is that nowadays not all sounds, not all artists, not all music actually has this kind of message. Some people just tag along with vibe, stuff like that. Like I was part of a show like I think on the 23rd, that was on Sunday, and there was this other guy, Bolisco.
Yeah. One of the exportable signing.
Yes, he came around there. So the next morning, because I was also lodged in the hotel there, so the next morning when I was like trying to like just going here and there, so I met him and someone was like, Bolisco, come and do something with Bolisco. And well, I wouldn't want to be proud about myself, so I just walked up to where they were sitting our boss, we greeted our searching with him. And the next thing he was going to say is, well, if you go future me, you go press money. So I'm like, oh wait.
And the kind of music he made is not your own, John.
Now that's where I'm like, now I'm not being proud here, but I look at the kind of song, his kind of music, and I'm looking at the kind of music I do. And I'm like, I told myself initially that Cylens, if you dare derail yourself, you have wind yourself up. Let me use that word. You don't wind yourself up. Now don't wind yourself. Between you and this guy, on his level on the streets, he has a signature, people hear him. But when it comes to songs, singing, trying to create a concept, meaningful message, you are way off the chart from this guy. So don't just now. Another beautiful thing about music is that these are my thoughts. Okay, our kind of music is very different from each other, but I can actually do something with him and actually blows me off. You see, that's another trickish thing about music. So basically why I just turned him off was because the way he approached me and said, first impression that I'm going to press money.
Even if you want to praise, you that you are coming to feature him, you know you will pay money initially. Yes. So it should not be the fault, they want to put it to you first.
Yes, okay.
Can you see the way I'm looking at both of you? Who the fuck is this? Where you want to press to what? What's he singing?
No.
Family portable man.
You don't say that. It is music, and like he said earlier on, he said it is music, and music entails money. Okay.
So see now, don't get this wrong, please. Today, music for Bolisco to be accepted and people. The funniest thing is this: the show that he was called for, I'm sure he must have been paid because the hype that the person was giving him was much more than my hype. Yeah. And I was not paid for the show. But I just did it as you know. I know that
I'm looking for a platform to
give back.
I'm not even no longer looking for a platform in the community I come in. But I know that now this place I'm in, I have friends, I have ballers that shows like this, they'll definitely come and support me. So my funds, I may not get funds by the person that called me, but my friends, I know a lot of people that know definitely, even if it's 200 naira bundle,
they will come
spray and give it to me. And the funniest thing is that ultimately, at least I still made like over 100,000 on that day. Money that people sprayed me. I didn't buy alcohol with any of my money. Everything that happened there, I didn't spend any money. Do you understand me? So at least I have people that appreciate the fact like that okay, this guy
they appreciate your
talent. My talent.
Mr. Cylens, I needed my buying shower. This podcast is a part-time job, so most times I'm free.
You can send your CV and apply.
Yes,
you can send your CV and apply.
Yeah.
After today, after you this,
you just go.
No, after today, you just go.
Hold on,
you can resume full
beyond
time.
the noise. Hold on.
Because they are telling you, because he's mentioning money now. You feel you can
No,
just.
now I don't have to be a backup singer. I say out of the backup.
Silence.
You So the money will not lose.
Okay, working with him, will you be a full-time worker or part-time
But
worker?
I know, I like what I do.
Hey everyone, we're looking for a co-host to join us on Beyond the Rest podcast. Since the last today, we'll be joining Cylens in picking money. Arike Shao. So we'll be needing someone to join us.
Hey everyone, please send your CV to my inbox. Alatidade@gmail.com. So I can use a pay and return your response. You get?
Okay.
So Mr. Olusoji Abiola Shuneye, aka Cylens.
Silence.
I heard somewhere on the street that you used to be called Snap and not Cylens. So where did Snap stop? Where did Cylens start from?
Okay, yeah, alright, Snap. Snap is just actually, back then when I was in Mission.
The Mushin boy.
Yeah, I was
my hood.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bring in Mission 55 Cash Street.
I grew up at Sakala Street there.
I grew up at Arola Street, Unipan
Okay. Hood. Okay.
So about the name Cylens, then I was not a perfect drinker of alcohol. My favorite drink then.
Okay, no, wait. You said you're not your favorite.
I was not a perfect drinker of alcohol. Yeah.
But you look like.
This thing I'm telling you now is like 10 years back. Over like that.
You did
Yes,
not drink
back.
even a drop.
Yes, so I don't drink mostly. So when I started taking, there was this drink there, Snap.
Snap, yeah.
So when I started taking Snap, so my friends would tell me, so that was how the name Snap.
Snap you.
Yes, came
Snap
about.
Lumamu.
Yeah, so Snap Lumamu, like that. So that's how the name Snap came about. So, but when I actually moved away from that environment and actually came into another environment, so even the name Cylens, the funniest thing was that now it was Cylens, like the way you spell the normal silence, that's the S-I blah 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 blah. Yes. Then now I think I had to redefine it with the S-Y-L-E-N-S when I actually released my first single, and I was having issues with people bearing the name Cylens with the same spelling. So I just had to redefine my Cylens.
So that was how we got to.
So Cylens basically now, you might not agree. So it's just like, how did I get the name Snap? So how did I get the name Cylens now? Now Cylens is I take my I'm Gemini.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Gemini, and Gemini are two-faced human beings. So
that's why you are multi-talented.
Yeah. So basically you can find me in a very cold mood. Like right now I can be moody and I'm just looking and I'm just quiet, and you can ask me what's wrong with you. And deep down inside of me, I'm actually joyous inside. There's nothing wrong. I'm just obsessing. So two-faced. So basically that part of me, and Cylens is like the same. A part of me that you don't know is here. Silence. So for you to know that part of me, you just have to relax, keep calm, and just listen and hear me.
Sit back and watch.
So that's how the name Cylens came about. Because I'm kind of like a jack of all trades. I just have to relax and look at me before you say, okay, this person can deal with this person.
Because looking at you, you were looking like one of these, I won't call them, one of these driver people who were there. She get looking at you, but people won't get to know that you're such a loving and calm person. Like,
we'll be going on a quick break. See you guys very, very soon.
yeah.
Hi guys, welcome back. So Cylens, what are the plans you have musically for the rest of the year? It's December, and as Nigerians, we know it's Oble season. So do we have a show coming from you? Do we have an event you're planning? What is your plan for this December as Cylens brand?
Oh, okay. Basically, my plans, although I have some shows already like jam-packed for December, yeah. So, but basically, my personal plan is I'm doing unveiling of a brand, a clothing brand, which I have on myself here. The Cylens Media is a clothing brand we are trying to, push to the world to always. And also, my first EP album, officially is going to be out like this December. So I'm having a listening party for friends that will come around and just we party together and listen. I also have some, co-artists around me to come and be part of that. And that's actually going to happen January 4th of 2016 that we're about to
Professor G, nice to meet you. Now we are friends. I will like it.
Yeah, I'm about to say that too, but I want you to finish before I say that.
You say we're friends.
I have my sneakers and she has one body top that we can wear. I will invite you.
No, you would give us Cylens branded.
Sure. But basically for entry is actually getting a brand.
Okay.
Because I have like CVS brand. It doesn't need like this ones now. We are thinking of putting them up for sales for like 40,000 for one.
Okay.
Yeah. So and we have all kinds of designs that we are looking up to. We have jackets, we have hoods, we have also caps too. But along the line, like I said, it's just we'll be unveiling all of this. That's the Cylens Media closing outlet on January 4. Also, the EP listening party happens January 4.
So that's 2 in 1.
Yeah.
So when will you be sending our branded? You said
Okay,
branded to
okay,
invite.
the branded. So when will you be sending our invite?
Okay, our invite.
Yes.
Well, basically, sending invite, I have to know how many people want to come.
4 people, yes. Hi everyone, please help us thank Cylens Media. The same way will give us branded invites. We should not call it this. So go get your teas if you want to be part of Cylens unveiling and
If parties are always known to be fun.
See you there. Me personally, I will buy one for anybody that will come. But me, I will be getting our own face. Without saying much, Mr. Cylens, without deviating from our initial conversation, you as an artist, growing up and since you've been in this musical business, which producer you've worked with a lot of producers, right?
Yeah.
And you're looking forward to work with some top-notch producers.
Yeah,
which producer are you looking to work with?
Well, I've worked with quite like basically my time of music trial I've been singing. I've basically worked with I think 5 producers. Five producers, basically different kind of songs. So I worked with Chan.
Okay.
I've worked with Chi. Yeah.
You travel to China?
No.
Chan, Chi.
And I've worked with Dabi too.
Dabi,
too. All of these artists all of these producers are producers that actually I've worked with, like artists like Portable. I can't really remember. Like at least artists that are actually out there at the top already. But me looking forward to working producer, I don't have a specific producer I'll say I'm looking forward to work with, because you never can tell what a producer that has like a studio worth like 30 million or 40 million, a guy in his room that also has a production set can actually give me something dope too. So long he knows his work, he masters it straight. So basically, I'm not the kind of person that would say, okay, because this person is here, what you want to collect from his money.
Sure.
Yeah, I think the farthest I've spent on the production is 140,000.
On a single production?
Yes, on a single production, 140,000. And I've done with that producer, I've done like I think 4 songs with that producer.
140,000 per section.
Yeah, per section, mix and master, 140,000. I have producers that I do 70,000. So I'm not the kind of person that I'll say because of money. Let me go and
do quack sound.
No. My own is I can just sit down like this now and I say, I want to go and produce some Jerry. Okay, let me go to this place. I don't usually think about, okay, if I go to this person's place, I'm going to spend 50,000 naira to produce some here. I don't think of all of those. Mine is just, okay, I want to go and do some. And I take my leave. So, bike, okay, let's go here. Let's go. When I find myself there. So mine is just working with the spirit and also believing in those producers. Because to be candid with you, all of them are actually good at their work. Chan produced Sativa, and Chan produced Sativa. Chan produced Aisha, Chan produced Old Dawn, Dabi did Amurawa, Dabi did Iba, Chef Chi did Ultra, the one I did with Ultra Money. Chef Chi did Alibarika. Like I think I did so like that.
Those are artists.
So that's how it is. Yeah, that's how it is.
Moving forward, which artists do you look forward to work with?
Burner.
Burna Boy.
Remember that we have cancelled.
Who cancelled?
All of us now.
I'm not there.
All of us cancelled him now.
Why? Like you said, you make more of love songs, soul songs, right? What do you see that makes you want to work with Burna?
Well, Burna is a versatile artist. It's someone that I like his energy. I like his sense of music. I like the way he sends his transition out when he's doing this kind of music. Yeah, the difference I always tell people between Burna and Wizkid. If you say between Burna and Wizkid, who would I prefer? I prefer the both of them because there's a sense of melody that is carried. Burna wants to come and give you a whole lot of lyrics, a whole lot of story, a whole lot of transition. But Wizkid is just this kind of artist that just wants to come straight to you. It's on the kind of melody. It comes straight to you like that. It doesn't diversify too much. It goes straight to where we're talking. But Burna Boy wants to take you here, take you there, bring you back here. It's versatile on what he's doing. So I'd love to work with Burna Boy and Wizkid. So any other person is just we can also Buju is also an artist. I would love to create something with and a few more artists like that.
You mentioned some of the songs you have done. You mentioned Sativa, and you mentioned Amarawa, and you mentioned Aisha. How are you able to write 3 different lyrics? Sativa is about Aisha is the beauty of the woman, and Amarawa is like friendship, like you are there for me, I'm there for you. So how is somebody that just really hyping the you now go from the coach Aisha?
Okay.
Like the inspiration, where does it come
from? How are you able to balance?
That's the versatility of music. It's not always a problem for me. When I hear a sound, like hold on, just hold on and be strong. It won't be long, everything's gonna be alright. Yeah, there's actually a song that I've forgotten the person that actually sang the initial ones in the 90s before Joel did it with someone. And I think there has been mine is like the fourth type version of that. Hold on. Yes, the fourth version of the Hold On. So basically it's a trap song. So if you hear a list of my songs, when you hear Sativa and you want to play to the next one, you might are you the one also doing this? Like this?
That creativity.
So I can actually, depending on sound I hear, I try to create a melody to it. Alright, I don't write much. I don't do much writing. The only time you can find me writing is when I want to create a hook or punch. How do I start off this sound I'm hearing? So when I'm able to pick that point out, okay, this is the kick I start off with. So all I just do, the remaining set is just follow the flow, and just drop it like that.
Do you mind writing a song about the podcast?
Writing a song
open brackets, me, close bracket.
Like writing a song, like doing that now.
You can send it later. It can be a podcast jingle.
Podcast jingle, okay. I'll have to go and sit down and think about it.
If that's too much work, you can just think for me.
It's not too much work.
It's not too much work.
Not too much work.
So he already gave us his word. Yeah. He said it's not too much.
It's not too much work, but now let's go to the business aspect.
Okay. Cylens Media, we have a lot of record label brew had there lately. Like the record labels has been draining artists, has been sucking bloods, has been giving life to some people, and is not helping people.
Okay.
Who is to be blamed? Is it the artist that went to sign deals out of ignorance, or the record label owners that are thieves or that are dubious? Who is to be blamed, or what can you say about record label saga versus artist?
Well, I would say you can't blame anybody. You can't blame both parties. In the sense that everybody's out here for his or her own benefit. before you find someone that wants to invest in you, that person must have seen something worthy to invest in. Now the investment has to profit the person putting his financial effort much more than you that you're putting your physical effort. That's the idea of someone that wants to invest. Okay. Now me for myself now, I've only had that kind of issue once. When I did Sativa and it was out and I did Hold On, so I just on my Instagram page, messages came in, blah blah blah. Okay, someone said this, someone said that. I started talking and said these people are from I think Ukraine. They are looking forward to signing artists randomly, blah blah. So then I have not been able to upload the songs that I've been able to upload are songs that I've done like the early stage way back and has been on Audiomack. So now I'm coming out with another face. The spelling, Cylens, a different spelling with that profile. So I didn't want to go through all the process of having to tell this person that you know what, I had also song on Audiomack. I was being silent before I changed my craft. Okay, now this is what I want to do, boss. I would send you a raw file of a song that has been mixed and mastered. So you listen to it and you can send it to these people. And the next thing he was going to tell me is like, no, so you don't have any song on Audiomack or Spotify, blah blah blah. And I'm like, now why am I saying this? You say an industry comes or a platform comes to say it wants to sign an artist, want to sign you. All you should be bothered about is the kind of song I'm doing. So getting it across all of those platforms should be your job. You are coming to sign me. My work is to do music. I can actually say, okay, basically, my work is doing music. I can pay somebody to actually help me upload my song. Yeah, I can pay somebody to actually help me create a match on my profile or Audiomack, blah blah, where I can put my clothing brand and stuff like that on it. So, and I was like, I sent it back there. I'm like, these people are the ones that are looking for artists to sign. All I have to do is do music, send my song, and you are the one that have to deal with getting my song, the right cover, the right get my, and the person stopped responding to me. I'm like, this also a mood of intimidating somebody, because I know you want to sign me. Working on promotion and everything, the moment you are interested in my trade, you should be your promoting and every other aspect should be your own priority. You're the one that should be doing that. You can't overcrowd my head with having to go to the studio to produce song and also having to deal with the fact that I want to get it out there. So that's like somebody intimidating someone if I don't have it. So it's just like you want to come and I've been able to put some of my songs on all platforms. Now, you now come somewhere from somewhere and telling me that I want to sign you this. And I look at your proposal or whatever it is that you bring to me. I have the right to be able to read and access. Sure. The mistake that a lot of people do is they tell you that monthly will pay you maybe 500,000 monthly, an accommodation where you stay in, and have the opportunity to have a studio record. Now, all of this, remember, when someone signs you into something, you have restrictions. You have places that you can really want to go to by yourself. You have things that you can outrightly not do again, even though it is right. You are under the control of that person. Now, the mistake is the fear of an artist being saying, no, all this that you have written here, I wouldn't take it. Okay, these are my own terms of signing this. Would you accept my terms? So where the mistake is coming from is I've seen and I've heard over the years. It's very rare before you see an upcoming artist or an artist that takes a review of his contract.
They present them to them.
Yes.
What can you say is the cause then?
Ignorance. And the inability to believe in your craft. You want to be there. You don't understand that consistency and time.
You want to boycott the process.
It's not even boycott. Some people is grace. Some people I feel because of grace. Let me quickly do this thing. By the time I'm here with this person for the next 2 years, I can say, Benny, I want to leave. But without going through the contract info from A to Z, checking what will be profitable or beneficiary to you, what you want and what you don't want. It's a contract, it's a conversation. You have to be able to bring out your do's and don'ts. I can take this, I can take this. Or you keep this in the contract. Take this out. This is what I want. Then we have a deal. But based on the ignorance, I say I want to get here. I've been able to at all costs. I've been able to do one sound, and they are hearing it already. And this person wants to sign me because of this one sound. Okay. Let me take it. At least I'm in limelight. And I'll take Fido for example. It's only song that has been Fido has been singing for a very long time. But Joy is Coming. Before Joy is Coming, he did some songs that people they decided him vibing to blah blah blah. He got to a stage, they said, oh bro, the vibe, we are not getting the right audience, blah 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 like this. They terminated his contract. Then afterwards he sang Joy is Coming. Then Joy is Coming blew out the market. Those people actually wanted to go back to him. So they re-strategized on the contract, deed of agreement and stuff like that.
With Fido?
Yes. So basically, music itself is ignorance to some upcoming artists or some individuals that feel that journey they can't actually get there by themselves.
And they need someone.
If I come to you today, like I feel you're into entertainment, you have the right connection, I'm not coming to you for your financial support. I've never done that to anybody. I don't need your financial support. It's not that I have much, but I know that if you can get me the right audience, you can get me the right channel, I can know how to find money for myself to finance whatever it is I want to finance.
But some don't have that opportunity. Maybe that's the reason why they rushed in signing.
Yes, so ignorance of that and the inability to believe in yourself.
But is it that the record label owner are not dubious?
Let me tell you something. I don't see any businessman as being dubious. The idea is, this is what I want. This is the principle of my business. I can decide to sell this wristwatch for somebody for $1 million, and this same wristwatch, somebody wants to sell it for 200,000. What is there? Me that I'm selling you 1 million, am I dubious?
I'm not doing business.
It is business. That's the idea. I've been able to convince you that you can buy this thing for 1 million naira. Is the best. That person does not have the capacity. The person that sells it for 200 does not have the capacity to convince somebody to buy it for 1 million. That's why it looks like that.
Is there any record label you are hoping to work with in Nigeria? Maybe like Yele, that there's Whiskey that have a record label. Starboy. And Kiss Daniel got Flyboy.
No, he's no longer working with Flyboy. Flyboy, okay. Yes, he's working with G Worldwide.
No, he's doing not Flyboy.
Flyboy wants Flyboy.
Okay, he wants Flyboy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know something.
So okay, now basically me working, I'm not looking forward to. I've never wished to be signed by any record label.
Hold on. Let's add one. Beyond the Noise.
It's Beyond the Noise also.
Maybe she's planning to. Because we too are a multi-concept.
Okay.
We're a multi-concept. So what if we're hoping to sign
you?
Will you accept?
No. You see, like you said, will I accept your terms?
Mm-hmm.
I have to look at your terms. But me now, I'm saying this basically, and I'm being proud to say it. I'm not looking for the day that someone comes, or a company or a production company comes and say, bro, I want to sign you. Yeah, because if you want to sign me, at the end of the day, you look at this person is owned on too much. Because I'll read all of it in total, and whatever does not suit me,
you won't take it.
I wouldn't take it. You can tell me that I want to do music now. You're taking 70%.
Do you have a legal claim on retainer?
What do you say?
Do you have a legal claim on retainer?
Yeah, I have. Basically now, the name Cylens is legal. Anything I do is legal. Nobody can come out in the name of Cylens. Likewise, my clothing brand. You can anywhere, it's corporate. This now, if I see this in a store or in a boutique, I can actually go and sue that person, asking the person where did you get this.
How did they bought it from you?
If they bought it from me, it's another case. Yes, I know my customers, I know people. Yes.
So they cannot.
So if you can't provide receipt or branded evidence of payment or buying this from me, it means you have a case to attack me.
No,
Mr. Cylens, we would like you to give us a freestyle. Because you said you're an artist. Will you please give us a freestyle for our audience? Just give us a freestyle.
Okay.
Look into your eyes, no paradise. So it's in you they find I'm not really mind to give you double times 3 now. Cause you that I want to be my wife. Arẹwà olójú èdè ti dé dúró náà, ó tún ti gbèdé. Nǹkan tí mo mọ̀ jẹ́ ó tún ti dé. It's you that I want for the night, for the day. Olójú èdè dúró náà, Sisi
So thank you very much, Mr. Cylens. You really made her blush. This time I know because Mr. Smart, but you don't sing for me now. Only girl, now man they do man.